Hey everybody, Dark Wolf 82 here to bring you another video on The Walking Dead Season 9. Now, the topic that we're going to be talking about is this the end of Daryl and Rick's friendship? And what does it mean? Now, as you've seen in the trailer, there was a little part in there where Daryl and Rick are on the road and they stop. He drops his bike. Now it looks like there's going to be a fight there. But what does it all mean? What does it have a lot to do with? Does it have a lot to do with what happened with Negan for keeping him alive? Now we know that in some parts, in some cases of this, that Daryl still has a huge grudge against having Negan alive. Now, the reason why that is because he has taken two beloved characters, from them and from us, which was Glenn and Abraham. Now, Daryl has been through so much during that time. He has so much going on in his life. He's going off edge. He is completely have gone off the deep end. Now, with that being said, there is enough to where, and there may be enough proof that with Daryl having so much anger and hate and all that towards Negan, because of the fact that Negan has already taken Glenn and Abraham. Now, what does this scene mean? What does it contain? As soon as you see Daryl dropping his bike down, he looks like he's gonna do something to Rick. It looks like he's gonna put up some kind of fight or an argument, but we're not sure. We are not sure. The whole thing with that is the fact that with Maggie having so much to do with having the hate and anger towards Negan because of taking her husband, and during that, she's got nobody to lean on no more. She doesn't have her husband there. To see baby Herschel be born or any of it. The thing is that Glenn is with her in spirit. He will be able to see baby Herschel. He will be able to, be happy that, that Maggie is holding her ground, that she's being well taken care of. But the whole thing is, where does that put Maggie and Rick? They're going to wind up going against each other because of the fact that Rick had Sadiq save Negan. Does this whole thing have a whole lot against Negan for what he had done by taking Glenn and Abraham from them? Now, here's the thing with that. Why did he choose Abraham? Why was it that he chose Abraham? And what was the cause? The cause of that was when he had mentioned that, he's got to choose somebody. Because nobody's going to get off easy this time, because there isn't going to be nothing they can do. We broke them. So when Abraham stood up, just manned up, stood up, looked at him dead in the eyes and thinking, you know what? Take me. Take me. I'm the one that is willing to take it for the family. I am willing to take it for my people. You take me. But you didn't win. I did. I won. Negan, you lost. That's what he was thinking. Yeah, Abraham was a beast. He was a human tank. But the thing is when he told Glenn back in, I think it was season 5, in season 5 where he had mentioned that he could take a hit. He could take a hit because when Glenn hit him, he apologized to Abraham. Abraham said, "It's okay. I can take a hit. I love to fight." That just says it all. Because of the fact that when he took Abraham and Negan started playing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo and all that, you could see him shake his head a little bit. Like, take me. I'm the one. I'm the one. Take me. I will deal with it. I can take a hit. I can take it like a champ. So he took Abraham. That put a lot on a lot of the viewers of the show. But not as much as what it did with Glenn. When he took Glenn, Daryl felt guilty. He felt guilty, but on top of that, realizing, telling Maggie that, hey, it was my fault. I'm sorry. She said, Daryl, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. Glenn can see that. This is Maggie to Daryl. Glenn can see that. You are one of the good guys. And so is Glenn. So none of that had to deal with Daryl. Yeah, he made the mistake, but you know what? He held his ground. He held his ground when he sucker punched Negan for taking, for humiliating Rosita with Abraham's blood. And that's what, I'm not saying that's what caused Glenn's death, because it wasn't Daryl's fault. Like Maggie said, a lot of people out there say, well, I blame Daryl for killing Glenn. Obviously, the viewers have not seen the whole picture. The thing is with it is, when he mentioned to Maggie, I'm sorry, it was my fault. I did not mean for that to happen. I am sorry. She's like, no, Daryl, it was not your fault. Keyword, was not your fault. You're a part of the good guys, and so was Glenn. So no, it wasn't Daryl's fault. Glenn's death was bound to happen. Back to the bike scene between Rick and Daryl. Does Daryl still have that guilt for Glenn's death? Is he doing this because he still has that guilt that obviously he's still sticking with? Does it haunt him? Does it haunt him for the fact that when Negan took him, it brought up so much. It brought up so much to where, to where Daryl was crying in his cell because Dwight brought in a picture and tells him, bon appetit. You're the one that got your friend killed. No. No. It did not get Glenn killed. A lot of people don't understand that. Like he said to Maggie, I'm sorry, it was my fault. What did Maggie say? Daryl, it's not your fault. She didn't blame Daryl for that because it wasn't Daryl's fault. His death was bound to happen. All through that time and that moment, and Maggie telling him, you got to help us win. You got to help us win. Please. Help us win. Gave him a hug. He agreed to help them win. Now, going from there all the way to this part in the trailer with Rick and Daryl. Now, Rick mentions in the trailer, we have to find some way to make this work. Daryl gives him a look. But towards the end, Daryl says, are we on the same side, Rick? What was Rick's response? I don't know. You tell me. What does that say about Rick? Where does their relationship and friendship lie? Where does that make them, where does that put them? Where does their relationship and friendship lie? Where does it stand? Now, the whole deal with him dropping his motorcycle, standing up to Rick, trying to figure out what is going on. Why is that? Why is that? Now, does Daryl actually question Rick? Why the hell did you keep Negan alive? He took Glenn, he took Abraham. Why keep him alive? He took Abraham's life, he took Glenn's. Now he's not going to be there to see Herschel be born. Why in the world did you keep Negan alive? And I have a feeling that's what he's going to tell him. Why did you keep him alive? He took two of our most powerful men. Why did you keep Negan alive? So, is this the end of Daryl and Rick's friendship? And what does it mean? Some cases that Daryl and Rick have fought in the past. They have fought in the past. Why? Because it had a lot to do with the Saviors. Daryl wanted all of them dead. He killed most of them. But where does that put Rick and Daryl? Where does their friendship lie? Where does it stand? Here's the thing. Things from between Daryl and Rick, they have all come so far. All come so far to get to where they are now. If you like this video and you like what's being said, please put down your comments and your thoughts and tell me what you think on what this whole thing means. What does it mean to you, and what does it all stand for? Why is Daryl and Rick doing this to each other? What does it mean? So, yeah, if you guys want to put your thoughts, your opinions on it, please do put it down in the comment section. And, let me know what you guys think. What does it all mean? What do you think Daryl's going to say to Rick? There's so much questions that have to be answered. So, yeah, please put down your comments and your opinions down in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, throw it a thumbs up, give it a like. And if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do that as well. And hit the little bell so it will notify you when I do lives or when I post up more videos. And we will see you all in the next one. Stay awesome always and keep on rocking, you guys. Peace.